All right, so we're getting a check on the coolant and the brake fluid here in the same video. I don't know if you can tell, but that's pretty brown. So per the owner's manual, it is either old or time to change. Again, this is the coolant, and the owner's manual says G12 specification or higher. And this Prestone Max stuff, it says factory, it's filled with violet or purple fluid. Here we got some violet. And we're looking at compatibility. There's your G12++ right there. VW 2009 and newer, VW 2009. Now, real quick, before we get to that, this is my brake fluid. You can already tell by the bottom half of the reservoir is full. Can you see how dark that is? Just look at that. That's not golden at all. It's completely dark, almost black. So, I am definitely gonna need to go ahead and change that as well. We'll start the coolant since we're here, and it looks like crawling underneath. All I simply need to do for the drain and fill is where we at. Loosen up this, drain it out of here, and I won't touch it just yet till I get a pan underneath, but I'll just loosen this and pull it back. And I'll just do a simple drain and fill and see what we can get going. Is this trick or what? I got some, I think it's 1/2 inch inside diameter vinyl tubing straight into my 15 quart capacity drain pan, and looking online, the most this could hold is 10 quarts, but there's no way I'm gonna get all of it out. So they say it's a pull, twist and pull, or the housing behind this knob with my other hand. There we go. Look at that. Okay, now that's pretty trick if I say so myself. I like that a lot. You can see it's fairly orangey color, orangish pink coming out. And all we're doing is drain it right into our pan. We got our plug on here nice and tight. I'll see how much I get out. Now, I'm not going to get all of it out. I understand that. I'm seeing the comments on other videos. Yeah, you got to mess with the coolant temp sensor, undo other stuff, or the thermostat. My goal here is just to get some new fluid in the system here. So I didn't get a whole lot out of there, so I took the hose off and closed this back up. Flathead, pushed that in, and pushed this one here in. They start out down here, they go up into some notches. So from this starting notch to up there on both sides, and is this whole thing gonna come off? There's some movement there. I'm gonna keep working that with 2 hands and we'll come back. So it is that easy. Wow, okay. So far so good. It's gonna splash up a lot now. I was hoping to avoid that, but when you're draining coolant out of low radiator hose, there's generally no avoiding that. So, what happens if I pull you back? Really? Is it just in the hose it's coming out? Maybe I didn't get the engine warm enough to open the thermostat. Maybe that's blocking the rest of the coolant. Okay, so this is what I got out of the car. Not quite a gallon, but almost. And I've added from here almost a little more than half of this. So a little more than half a gallon. So we're getting pretty close to adding what I took out. And I've been adding it through the overflow reservoir. And there's a hose right here below the, what would you call this? A little air intake hose. Not this one with the accordion look to it, but right below that is the upper radiator hose. And all I've been doing is sticking my hand down there and squeezing it. And you can hear the air burping out of the system. So as it drops in the reservoir, I'll add some more and then squeeze this hose, burp it out. And I've just been doing that And then I've done it a bunch of times and burped it down. Burped it out, I guess I should say. And then I'm gonna start the car up, and then if I have to top it off, I'll top it off, but I'll start with that. I'm sure I could take it much further, but this is definitely a good start. Okay, everything seems to be running just peachy. I got my level back up to where I want it, just slightly above the max mark. And I'll check the oil, because I got some sweating of oil underneath the transmission casing and the oil pan. But yeah, other than that, I got a little bit of new fluid in there, about a gallon. I could always get more, and we'll go from there. I believe I can dump this at my local auto parts store. I'll put this in here and take it. Not every Advanced Auto Parts takes old coolant, but I have to find which one and call ahead. I can go from there. And of course, make sure your fan kicks on. It kicked on when I kicked on the AC, but it should kick on when once the engine gets up to temp, up to a certain temp, whatever is programmed in from the manufacturer. So yeah, thanks for watching. And we'll get that brake fluid done next. That's a big ticket item here. I need to do that.